Nelson Mandela, George Washington, Gandhi, Ataturk. All great men whose deeds are to this day celebrated in their respective countries. Well, they ain't got shit on the guy we're going to talk about today. I mean, have you ever seen Gandhi behead multiple people at once? Or has Nelson Mandela ever lifted a horse above his head? Didn't think so. Nope, today's video is about Grutte Pier, the giant of Kimswerd. A man seen by some as a hero fighting for Frisian independence, and by others as a ruthless pirate responsible for the deaths of thousands, and by most as... Huh? Who the fuck are you talking about? Pier Gerlofsdonia, better known as Grutte Pier. Grutte meaning large or great in Frisian, was born in the year 1480 in Kimswerd, with his parents being farmers. As with most historical figures, his early life was very uneventful. All you have to know is that little Pier quickly grew up into Big Pier, as he stood at a whopping 7 feet tall. He got married, and after the death of his parents, he took over the farm and spent his days working the land. That all changed in 1515, when the Fire Nation, the Habsburg mercenaries ransacked his village, killing his wife and many other family members. Having lost everything, Pier was left with naught but a burning hatred for the man he held responsible for the attack. The Habsburg governor of Frisia, George V of Saxony. At the nearby village of Arum, he raised an army which was called the Arumer Zwarte Hoop, or the Black Hope of Arum, which is just metal as fuck. And this army had only one purpose: revenge. Though I must say that this army really wasn't an army in the traditional sense. The Black Hope of Arum consisted mostly of peasants and impoverished nobility. They lacked any form of training whatsoever and suffered from severe weapon shortages. Initially they were helped by the Count of Gelre, who wanted to increase his influence in the region. But when George of Saxony sold his rights to Frisia to the Count of Holland and future Emperor Charles V, the support from Gelre stopped. This meant that the Arumer Zwarte Hoop was alone and facing a new enemy, Charles V and the States of Holland. They were at war with the Dutch. This also entailed a brand new strategy. They would hit the Dutch where it hurts, right in the shipping lanes. Pier amassed a fleet of pirate ships, and they quickly became the scourge of the Zuiderzee. Any ship or village that wasn't Frisian was free game. How did he check whether the people he just captured were in fact Frisian? Well, he made up a rhyme that only a real Frisian would be able to pronounce.
Boete breien en grine cheese, wat dat net sizzekin is kin op rjochte Fries.
Which roughly translates to butter, rye bread and green cheese. Whoever cannot say that is no true Frisian. And if you messed up the pronunciation, he would apologize for the confusion and give you a little kiss and send you back on your merry way. No, of course not. He would fucking decapitate you, Dutch ass, with one swing of his 7-foot-long sword he was known to wield with one hand. In fact, Pier loved decapitating so much that he was able to decapitate multiple people at once. If you were lucky, he'd capture you on a lazy day. Then you'd be spared a neck-shortening procedure. Instead, he'd just toss you overboard into the freezing water, which, come to think of it, is probably worse actually. There's not much known about his later life, only that he quit the pirate business in 1517 and died in 1520 at the city of Snake at the age of 14. After his death, a lot of myths and legends about him and his enormous strength were told. Some with a little basis in reality, but honestly most were just straight up ridiculous. One that I found pretty funny was that one day 5 large strong men were looking for Grutte Pier because they wanted to fight him, because they were told that he was the strongest man in the country. So these men asked the farmer if he knew where Grutte Pier lived. Upon which the farmer lifted up his plough with one hand, stating, "He lives over there and he's standing right here." After which he straight up fucking murders the 5 men. So what did we learn from this video? Honestly, I haven't the foggiest. Guess I'll see you in the next video, whenever that comes out. Thank you for watching.